Awesome Sauce Network's coverage of Computex 2016 has been overclocked by Gigabyte, Fantex, CableMod, and G.Skill, making the contents of this video highly unstable. Click the links in the description for more info.
What's up, guys? Welcome. I'm at the Gigabyte booth right now here in Taipei. We're at the Taipei 101 building. It's crazy. It's good. They got a lot of good stuff here, actually. Motherboards included. I've just been introduced to their new Designaire line, which I never mess up the pronunciation of. What essentially these boards are targeted towards are high-end workstation machines. So gaming's awesome. We all know that. But there's a lot of us who game who also like to create content. For example, me or Paul, the guy behind the camera right now. So in that situation, some kind of a workstation board like this lineup from Designaire would make a lot of sense. So we've actually got three varieties, three flavors, if you will, including the GA Z170X Designaire. And this is kind of very competitively priced, but also has a lot of really good features like U.2. It's got M.2, NVMe PCIe by 4, of course, 3.0. So it's got a lot of cool stuff. I really like the aesthetic. It's kind of minimalistic. It's not too far out there and aggressive or what have you. So if this is kind of the thing you're going for, this could be a really good option. We've also got the GA Z170X UD3 Ultra. Now, basically, I think the Ultra just means it's got really nice looking covers on the heat sinks and stuff, because we've actually kind of seen this in the previous generation of Z170 boards from Gigabyte, the non-Designaire, but they're sticking with that same theme, except we've got blue now. There's the blue accents, and there's also blue LEDs. Now, I did want to point out that you also get the same LEDs on this board as well, except it's just not powered on right now. There's another plug. You can actually get additional LEDs through the DIMM slots as well. So if you really want a blinged out system that's with maybe like a blue and white color scheme, this would be a good option. Pretty much all the same features that we found on the Z170X back there, except you get kind of a nice beefed up aesthetic. And then finally moving on, this is our non-Z170 board. This is an X99 featuring or supporting the new Broadwell chips from Intel. This is a really cool board. It's just got the beefed out, same sort of aesthetics here, blue and white theme going on. I really like this cover plate for the M.2. I think it's a really nice touch. You've got three-way SLI or Crossfire support. And by the way, you could do three-way by 16 on every slot, and that's thanks to an add-in PLX bridge that you couldn't do previously without one. So that's a really cool feature as well. Be sure to stay tuned for more tech stuff coming really soon at the Gigabyte booth. In fact, why don't we go? I see some stuff over there. Let's go over there. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Let's go. Let's keep going. All right, guys, so one of the things I forgot to mention about the motherboards back there is that they all integrate Thunderbolt 3 support. And because of that, Gigabyte's really moving forward with creating a good Thunderbolt 3 ecosystem for their line of boards. So with that, you actually have this product right here, which is the Gigabyte GP TBT3 box. What this essentially does is allows you to connect a single Thunderbolt 3 cable from your PC to this little box here, and it's just got a smorgasbord of ports all over it so that you can actually connect pretty much any external device that you might need. So I'm just going to go down the line really quick. You've got micro SD and a regular SD card, USB 3, USB 3.1 Type A. You've got and microphone jacks there. And moving on to the back, you've got an RJ45 LAN port, 6 USB 3 ports. You get 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports as well, display port, HDMI, PS2, and a freaking power connector. So altogether, this is a really useful thing. Oh, I almost forgot about this. NVMe PCIe M.2 SSD slot right here in the bottom. The little screw, you just pop that out, and you can connect that right externally from your desk straight to your PC. So pretty sweet. I'm going to be taking this. I'll see you guys later. So we just talked about some of the workstation Designaire boards over there, but they've also got gaming boards as well here at the Gigabyte suite, of course. So we've got 4 different varieties right here, and these are pretty much, again, more targeted towards the hardcore gamer and all of us. We got the Phoenix SLI, the Ultra Gaming, another Ultra Gaming. These are both this is Z170. These ones on top are X99, and they've even got a B150 for the more budget-oriented gamer. But pretty much good features all around. You can see that some of the boards actually have RGB LEDs on them. Of course, there's not a live demo here, but you can see some of the LEDs underneath the PCIe slots and the DIMM slots as well. Not pictured is the actual LEDs going between the DIMM slots themselves, which looks really cool. You can see we've got some orange plating here on the Phoenix SLI. This is kind of an all blacked out board, which I think would do really well with any kind of configuration. And then we've also got RGB LEDs on the X99 Ultra Gaming as well. Look, guys, Gigabyte's got video cards. This is a GTX 1080 G1 Gaming. Pretty sweet. It's a completely different shroud design than we've seen on the WindForce coolers, for example. It's got some orange accents at the front here. You've got 3 fans. Fans are good. You always need fans on a video card. You've actually got an RGB LED branding on the front here, so it says Gigabyte, and also fan stop. I believe that's RGB as well.
There's an earthquake right now.
There's an earthquake right now. It's a good thing I was holding this graphics card, isn't it? Resume coverage. So basically, we've got RGB LEDs. Fan stop means that the fans will just completely stop, 0 RPM when it's idling. They only spin up under load. It's great for acoustics and stuff like that. We've also got an 8-pin PCIe connector, backplate. It looks like a brushed aluminum, metallic sort of backplate. I'm not sure, but it's definitely not plastic, which is a good sign. And they've also got another video card back there, which is even more high end. However, it's in use right now. All right, you jerks. This is the Extreme Gaming. All right, this is even more of a badass card. They're both badass, but this is just the GTX 1080 with a more beefy cooler on it. You can see here it's got 3 fans, but they're much larger, and they're actually kind of overlapping the fan in the middle. So I guess that provides more even coverage across the radiator, better cooling and that sort of thing. It's also got this X kind of shape design on the cooler. There's actually LEDs on each of the X bracket things. Those are our RGB LED. Supported, as well as the RGB stuff on the front here with more branding. Again, fan stop, you get an awesome backplate with some orange accents there. There is a bit of orange accent on the other side, the underbelly, as well as on the front plate of the card as well. But check this out. It's got 2 8-pin PCIe connectors, so definitely this bad boy is going to be awesome for overclocking, things like that. And you've also got the standard configuration of display I/O on the back. And yeah, look at this, HDMI. Why are there 2 HDMI ports on the front of the video card as opposed to the back, for example? Well, this is for VR. So if you have like a 5¼ inch bay with a HDMI pass-through or whatever, you can actually link that HDMI cable to the front of your case and basically plug in an HTC Vive or an Oculus Rift and just have a lot better configuration for setting up your VR display, your headset and whatnot, instead of having to route it behind your case, which can be kind of a pain in the ass. So altogether, great stuff. Extreme Gaming, GTX 1080 from Gigabyte.
By the way, guys, my Computex coverage of 2016 is brought to you by Gigabyte G-Skill.
Cable management?
Cable mod, Joe. Cable mod. And
Fantex.
yes, so thank you guys for sponsoring this trip and for making it possible. It's been a really great time. If you guys watching this video want to show them some love, check the links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.